Okay. Can anybody in the YouTube chat confirm that you can hear me? Okay. Can anybody in the YouTube chat confirm that? Okay, I got it. So I can hear myself.
Can you guys hear me as well?
Can you speak? Can anybody in the YouTube
Hello.
chat confirm? Okay, I got it. So I can hear myself.
Awesome. Can you guys hear me as well? Oh yeah, there
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. I just turn it on my computer, but I'm gonna turn it off so we won't hear each other twice. Okay. All right, guys. So welcome to the HEMA tournaments. This is the Champions Tournament with the best players in the world at this particular game mode. I'm very happy and very excited to have everybody here. With me in the commentary is Subutai. Subutai, how are you today? Say hello to everybody.
Doing good. Hello.
Yeah, so you probably know him. He's a moderator on our Discord, and he's also a tournament organizer. So you're probably very familiar with his voice. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm very excited. We have a great tournament for today. 6 amazing players: Ixus, Picado, Zero, Carlos, and we'll see if Warden shows up because apparently he's not online. I hope everything's okay with him. We'll see if it's needed to replace him for the tournament. And yeah, let's get right into it. And we're going to have our first match for today, which is going to be Picado versus Zero. So I'm just gonna share my screen here. Share my computer, sorry, not my screen.
I think Zero's in pretty good shape from what I've seen. Because we had a long sparring session, so.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I haven't seen him in a while in tournaments, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he's going to do in this tournament. So Picado in the left and Zero is in the right. All right. Gotta change the Picado and Zero. Okay, I got a bunch of people waiting to connect. As far as I know, Zero doesn't need keyboard, right?
That's right.
Only Picado. Yeah, just to avoid any, situations you may, touch your keyboard or something, a mistake, and things can happen. And the less controllers connected, the better. All right. So I see everything. Everything works fine. Everybody is connected. So let's just go right into it. And Picado should be in the left, and Zero is in the right. Okay. Zero is going Marie, very interesting, and Picado is going Gideon. So he knows something about that. He knows something about playing against Marie, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we've seen before, Gideon definitely has the tool to close the distance and get in the pocket, so.
All right. Point there for Zero. And that's a double.
Ooh, nice. That was a good combo attempt there by Zero with that blade beat into a lunge.
Oh, it hits him, but I think he's tired. Yeah, he's tired over there, but he gets the counter there too. Oh, that was actually a point for Zero. Good exchange there.
Face down that thrust.
Oh, I thought that the thrust is going to miss, but eventually it lands. And there's another one, 4-4.
Yeah.
There seems to be an issue with hitting Marie sometimes. I think it's because of the character model or something. Because she's smaller. I don't know.
Yeah, especially notice it with Alexander with some of his wide swings.
Alright, that's another point there for Picado, and he gets a pretty good lead there, 8-4, and he starts to get into to the rhythm. Clean point there for 0-8-5.
Yeah, obviously Zero has the advantage at range, but he's not afraid to get in the pocket either.
Yeah, the Gideon thrust looks to work really well against Marie. Well, obviously Picado being a Marie main, he knows very well what how to counter Marie.
Yeah.
Oh, but he gets countered there as we speak. Okay, another double exchange there, but it was actually only 1 point scored. Clean point for Zero. A lot of clean points scored by Zero so far. Oh, and now we have a pretty significant advantage here from Picado, 5 points.
Good stab though again by Zero.
And there's another one.
Yeah, it's very easy to underestimate Gideon's guard, I find.
Yeah, I guess because he's has a very open type of guard, and you always feel like, oh, I just need to touch him a little bit, and I got the point, but it doesn't always work like that. Oh,
yeah, especially against those stabs, just the slightest adjustment can allow him to block it. So when he's in long guard.
Yeah, Zero's having a lot of trouble with that thrust. I mean, I don't blame him. It's a pretty hard thrust to get away from. But it looks like he hasn't had any sorts of adjustment so far to it. A couple of superficial attacks there, but manages to get the point. Oh, and another one from Picado, 8 points difference. Very aggressive style of play like usual. He doesn't waste any time. But now he pays that because there are 3 successive points scored here by Zero, and Picado needs to be careful. Actually manages to get the point there, 6 points difference.
Yeah, if Zero can play well in the corner, he might be able to score points.
(24-17), 7 points difference. Picado's closing in for his first victory in this tournament, and another slash there. Again, that slash worked all game.
A lunge attempt, yeah, but Picado saw that opportunity as soon as it missed.
(28-20), so Picado is very close to winning the first match here. Zero has done a pretty good job. I mean, there aren't too many things that I can say that he didn't do, but it's just that Picado just knows Marie so well and knows how to exploit her weaknesses. So 30-22, and Picado gets the first win of the tournament. And he looks like a very interesting contender, right, for getting the first place.
Yeah, the problem is with Marie, you often want to beat the blade aside when you're dealing with a long guard, but it just doesn't work really well against Gideon, I find.
Absolutely. All right. Okay, so yeah, looks like Warden is not here, unfortunately. We've been waiting for a while, so I think this is I think you did well to wake up this early for the tournament. So I guess you're in. I guess
Yeah,
you're in.
I guess so.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to send you the link to sign up
Okay.
to the tournament, and then I'm going to add you to the group. Actually, I think the link is in announcements. Let me find it there. No, 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 it's not. Sorry, I gave it in private. I gave it in
Yeah, fair
private.
enough.
My bad. Okay, here's a private message from me. Okay, you signed up? Okay, great.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Now you're officially in the tournament, so congratulations.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, I think you deserve to be here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have invited you as a backup. You got fourth place many times, so
Oh
I
yeah.
I think it was also
I'm cursed like that sometimes.
a matter of luck, and it's also because I also felt the same thing, even though I won a couple of those matches. It's not really motivating to play that bronze match sometimes. So I guess maybe that played a part too.
Yeah,
So
perhaps.
all right, the first match is actually going to be against Ilksus. Yeah, so you're starting with a banger. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ilksus is
that'll be
gonna
good.
be on the left, and you're going to be on the right.
Sounds good.
Um, we're going to use Steam Remote because Ilksus has some issues with Parsec. I mean, we have some issues with Parsec, so we're gonna use Steam Remote. Oh, I need to do it from the game.
Yeah, looking at the chat, the HEMA mode does definitely take some endurance to be successful in. That is a good point.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's you know, it you have to stay focused for a longer period of time to do that. Okay, I'm gonna tag you in tourney calls. So this is the link for Ilksus, and this is the link for you. Okay, Ilksus is here, just waiting on you.
Yeah, should be loading in.
Okay, just give me 1 second to change the names here, and
All right.
we're good to go. All right, so Ilksus is the three-time HEMA champion, and he's probably looking here to extend that that winning streak. he's actually also the last winner of the tournament. So I guess he's very prepared to win the Champions Tournament as well. So Ilsus versus Subutai. Subutai is our wild card for today.
Mm.
A great player nonetheless. So they've met before. It was actually one of the fights of the tournament, so it's definitely going to be an interesting one. So let's go. Yeah. Training. HEMA.
Yeah, my blood is definitely boiling with excitement.
Yeah, I mean, I understand being in your position, like not knowing if you should. Oh, I think there's a little bit of a problem here. Oh, okay, I think we're good.
All right, I'm in.
We're good. All right, so as expected, it's going to be a Saber matchup. Ilksus is going to use Gideon, and Subutai is going to use Alex.
And as usual, I'll be quiet for this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta stay completely focused.
No worries. Point there for Ilksus with a slash over the shoulder. Oh, he gets Subutai gets a very sneaky attack there behind his guard. 1-1. Yeah, and another one. Both of these gentlemen like to fight in the pocket, I would say. So expect a lot of doubles or expect a lot of interesting exchanges. As I said, they had fought before in a previous tournament. It was actually the first time when a fight ended in a draw. It was 30-30, and for a second we didn't know what to do there. But we did one more point, and the Subuta actually got that point. 3-3. Oh, and the thrust there, a little bit delayed, but it lands eventually. Not even Alex's guard can stop that thrust. Very, very powerful move. And another one. Looks like Ilksus has had a lot of success with that right side slash to the shoulder, if I can call it like that. It's a downward slash. Seven for 3 points advantage here for Ilksus. Obviously, it's very early in the match, so anything can happen. We've seen comebacks from bigger differences than that. But for those of you who haven't watched our tournaments before and don't know how these unfold, usually the first 10 points are more like warming up, feeling up your opponent. The next 10 points are a little bit more serious, are about adapting and having a good strategy, and the last 10 points are obviously decisive. All right, Subutai manages to get a point there after a few unsuccessful occasions. Oh, he goes for the grapple there. I'm not sure he wanted to do that. Sometimes it just happens when you just press two buttons at the same time. It happened to me as well a few times, so it's a little bit it's a pretty frustrating way of losing a point. 6 points advantage here for Ilksus, and he gets the leg there. And another one. I think Subutai is having a lot of issues getting into range and landing punishing blows. I think Ilksus has a pretty interesting strategy here. So he goes aggressive a couple of times, lands a couple of points, then he waits for another couple of points and just punishes his opponent. All right, a couple of points there scored by Subutai. And another one snipes the hand there, 17-11, 6 points difference. A pretty significant difference, in my opinion, but not necessarily unrecoverable, if that's a word. Oh, I think that's a double there. Yes, 19-13. It's also a lot about confidence in here. As soon as you get a couple of points advantage, you're definitely more confident than your opponent, who actually becomes even more wary. Um, the mode has a very interesting dynamic with the doubles. As when you're behind, you can even, I mean, you can score points, but yeah, your opponent can score points as well. So you have to be very clean with your attacks. 22 to 15. 7 points difference here. Not over yet. And a clean attack there from Subotai. He goes back to his old style, which is standing somewhat in range and trying to snipe. Here, there you go, another try there. That's kind of his usual play style. As you can see there, yeah, and it works. And it works again, and we have only 5 points difference now. Oh, stabbed in the face. It's always there when you need it. Yeah, and the thrust from Subotai. We haven't seen too many thrusts from him this matchup. Oh, there you go, another one. 4 points. 3 points now. Okay, it's getting very, very, very interesting. I think Subotai has found his rhythm. And he gets another point there. We have 2 points difference. This is getting very, very interesting at this point. I thought Ilksus was pretty much dominating the start of the match. That's why these 30 points matches are so interesting. It gives you so much time to adapt to your opponent. And Subotai definitely did that. Definitely adapted. Oh, didn't manage to land the punish there, Ilksus, but he gets punished instead. And only 1 points difference. Okay. This is definitely a candidate now for fight of the tournament. I think these two guys are really well matched. Ilksus maintains advantage though, and at this point, there isn't too much time for Subotai. I mean, there is time, but you know, it has to end at some point. Oh, and that's a point for Ilksus, and I think he's very, very close to winning. Subotai keeps his calm there. 3 points advantage. He needs to be perfect for the next 4 points in order to win. Oh, and that's an unfortunate afterblow. 30-27. Very, very close matchup there. Very, very close.
Oh, GG.
Yeah. You adapted.
I'm very happy with that comeback, though.
Yeah. You adapted really, really well there, and you managed. I think as soon as you started going to your usual self, which is like standing in range and trying to snipe the hand and going with some thrusts, I think it worked pretty well after that. So I managed to get a pretty big recovery there.
Mm.
All right, so that was 30-27, very, very close. You should definitely be proud of that.
Oh, yeah. Those stabs are really what I was the most worried about that whole time.
30-27. Alright, and
Like, I feel like with the cuts, I can at least step back and snipe his hand and whatnot, but when he starts throwing those out, I have a reliable defense unless I'm ready for them.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Great matchup, great matchup. I really liked it. Okay, next up is going to be me versus Picado. I'm going to be in the left and Picado is going to be on the right. I'm going to let you be the commentator this time.
Okay.
And I will focus on the matchup. First of all, let me change the names here. I fought Picado only once before in the tournament, and it didn't go too well for me. We'll see if this time is going to be any different. I definitely expect a very, very difficult match. And we'll see how it goes. All right. Let me end the... Hopefully we're not going to have that problem again with because after we switch from Steam to Parsec, it's a little bit funny sometimes, so hopefully that's not going to be the case.
Yeah, I think it happens when I help host Vineyards events as well.
Yeah. All right. We'll see if a restart is needed. By the way, there's the link there in the tourney calls, so you
Okay.
can join as well. All right. Let's see if um, okay, my controller seems to be working. I can see.
Okay, so both are going with Marie. This will be really interesting to see. Picado's definitely, his strength is in using Marie, so... I mean, he can use anybody, but Marie is his strongest character. Anyway, both have a point right off the bat, after some exchanges. Venator trying to find a dominant position there, but Picado is able to defend and then thrust him. Exchange there. Venator gets a point there. So far, pretty evenly matched, I would say. Picado closes the distance with a bash and then 2 stabs. Yeah, Picado can sometimes play really aggressively, even with Marie. Similar combo there by Venator, resulting in a point. But Picado returns the favor. Cut by Picado that actually did score, though. Thankfully for him. That nearly ended really badly. And Venator of a point. Just a 1 point difference here. And Picado scores once again. Venator is doing well, but he needs to find a way to secure some clean points. So Picado with another point. Well, they trade there. That's gonna be the problem going forward, I think, in this Rapier matchup for a Venator. Picado pushing the advantage, getting another point. I think Venator definitely knows what he's doing from what we're seeing, though. So you never know. He could make a comeback. Marie is definitely one of the meta characters in HEMA, so I think if you want to be successful in HEMA, you gotta at least learn the character a little bit. Good point there by Venator. However, there is a 4-point difference. Good exchange there. These Rapier fights can actually get really intense with all the swordplay going on. Venator for another point. I think Venator's trying to play really patiently here, which I think is the play at this point with the point difference. But Picado is able to pick him apart. Unfortunately, it's lagging on my end. I can't quite see what's happening, but it looks like Venator scored a bunch of points. It's good now, thankfully. Venator for a cut attempt, but Picado stays just far enough away and lands a hit of his own. Venator trying to receive Picado's attack, I think, but Picado just knows how to bypass that guard, it seems like. Venator does get a point there, though, and there's a double. Yeah, Venator's hugging the edge a little bit. Definitely wants his opponent to attack first if possible, unless he sees an opening like that. Lunge by Picado, followed up by another small thrust. Picado trying to beat Venator's blade aside. Or perhaps just discourage Venator from using Long Guard. Good stab by Venator. Venator is closing the gap slowly but surely. But Picado maintains an advantage. Good point there by Venator. Nice cut. Very close in. Venator gets another cut. Right to the head. Oh, nice. Actually, Venator got that point. That was a really intense exchange there. Well, Picado gets a small thrust there. Okay, his second thrust scores. That is sometimes the problem with Marie, but since they're both dealing with that issue, it's not really a disadvantage in anyone's favor. Venator's lunge actually kept Picado at bay despite the fact that it didn't land, and he's able to follow it up. 17-17, both are evenly matched at this point. Ooh, Picado with a cut there. Yeah, doing this well against Picado's Marie with Marie is not an easy feat by any means. Another point in the pocket for Venator, 18-18. Venator's doing a good job of that, actually. He gets in the pocket at certain times, and he knows immediately to just throw that cut. Well, Picado with a point there, 19-19. Now that Venator has his rhythm, it might remain evenly matched throughout the entire match. Venator trying to land the thrust. Eventually he connects. Picado's just not able to respond. That gives Venator a 2-point advantage. The first time in this tournament. In this match, I believe. However, Picado does score. Yeah, Venator follows that up again with the cut. He knows he's a bit too close for that stab, so he immediately cuts. Which is exactly what you want to do if you get too close like that. Certainly in this matchup. Picado scoring. I think Picado's a bit less aggressive now, as he knows he can't easily pick Venator apart anymore. They're more or less fighting with similar strategies at this point, I would say. Both trying to find a dominant position. Venator scoring another point. Oh, big cut by Venator, unfortunately, is out of measure. So Picado was able to score, getting some lag in my end. Thankfully, not too much happened by the look of it. Okay, Venator was limping there, and that left him open to a follow-up by Picado. Once again, the points are even. Someone in the chat says it's horrible to watch. Yeah, he's rooting for Picado, so that makes a lot of sense. It's a very close fight. Venator with a cut there. Yeah, Picado's trying to push a bit of advantage, but he wisely backs off when he's going too well. Venator did the lunge a bit after Venator, so... Picado did the lunge there, so he managed to score. Oh, sidestep and cut that managed to save him from getting hit by that stab. Picado has a lead again, but it could go either way if these rapier fights. You never know. Oh, they both do the same thing. No point, though. I think Picado might have gotten the worst end of that, though. Hard to say. I thought I saw him limping a little. But he does score again. Ooh, nice stab to the... Nice stab there by Venator. Venator trying to cut, but Picado's guard actually catches that swing. So he's perfectly safe. Picado backing Venator a bit into the corner there. Scores another point. Venator is probably not feeling too good about this because he needs some clean victories to pull this one through. But it's totally possible. We did see a comeback from him. So... Yeah, Venator's playing really patiently again. Picado's not being overly aggressive. But he is forcing him in the corner, trying to control the arena, so to speak. However, Venator finds an opportunity. with that high guard and stabs him. Only a 1 point difference now, no really significant lead. However, Picado does score. Picado just needs one more. We might see a little bit of aggression if he wants to really secure that point. Picado gets a bit too close there, and he gets stabbed a little bit and then cut. Yeah, Venator is doing a good job playing the corner here. Picado blade for the blade beat. Venator backs away though. Venator doing a little bit of sidestepping as well. Oh, cut by Picado. No point though. Very intense exchange. Now, oh my goodness. We might see a tie, guys. It's 29-29. Oh, but Venator scores that final point.
Whew. I don't know what to say, man.
Well
Damn.
done.
Damn. Whew. That was a very, very hard match against the best Marine in the game. Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just happy that I won.
Yeah.
Really happy that I won. 30-29. Definitely, definitely one of the best matches so far. But again, I knew that I couldn't go with Isabella against him because Isabella, I believe, has a little bit of a disadvantage against Marie. But yeah, I actually have to say that I trained a little bit for his Marie, so I'm actually glad that it
Ah.
paid off. Yeah, there were some moments in there where I don't know. I guess because of being nervous and everything, I did some cuts that I don't usually do,
Mm.
and yeah, I got punished because of that. But eventually it worked out. So yeah, what can I say? Very happy, GG Picado. That was an amazing, amazing match.
Yeah, you must have been really nervous at that moment when Picado got 29 points because you were down a little bit.
Yeah, actually, I kind of cleared my mind when that happened. I mean, I knew that like okay, it's do or die.
Ah,
But
okay.
I think I also got a little bit lucky there because we tended to long guard each other a lot, so it's a matter of luck sometimes who gets the on the best end of it. So yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Maybe a slight difference in timing or angle or whatever.
yeah, absolutely. All right, Picado is still could still be able to qualify because he has a win over Zero. We'll see what happens in the next match. Next up is Carlos versus Ilksus. So we're probably gonna see another Marie. Um, so I guess we have to go with the Steam remote again. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the match. I think it was pretty nice to see these rapier matches can be really 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 fun. Attorney cause Carlos. What do you think about Carlos versus Ilksus? They're actually fighting in your group. So what do you think about that?
Mm-hmm. I think Ilksus might have the advantage here just because he's really good at closing the distance, and Carlos likes to play characters with straight swords who like stabbing a lot, especially Marie. So I think it's winnable for Carlos. He's definitely a really good player, but it seems like Gideon has the advantage in those kinds of fights.
Ilksus. Let's change the names here. Yeah, Carlos has definitely been a very I wouldn't say surprised because he has always been a good player, but some of his performances have been really really entertaining to watch. He's very very methodical, so
Yeah.
that could play a part in this match as well because Ilksus is also very methodical, but he tends to how do you say step the foot off on the gas, something like that. So he likes to be aggressive sometimes, and obviously in this mode you can pay for that. So looking forward to a very very interesting
Oh, I
match
think I
here.
need a new link.
Yes, to connect to Steam Remote, I
Yeah.
guess. Okay. Okay, so I guess everybody's here,
Yep.
and I think we're good to go. So this is the second match of the group stage. Carlos versus Ilksus. Ilksus has already won his first match against my commentary colleague here, Subutai 30-27, in a very well disputed matchup. And Carlos is going to make his debut at this tournament. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, he's gone with Marta here, which is an interesting pick.
Marta. Are you sure he didn't want to pick Marie?
He seems okay with it. He's throwing
Okay.
cuts already.
Yeah. Every time in all of these HEMA tournaments, whenever I see somebody picking somebody new, I'm always asking, like, are you sure? Like, he's maybe made a mistake or something.
No, okay, Carlos just scored a point, but they were hitting each other for a bit there with no point scored.
Okay. 3 points advantage here from Carlos. Definitely very bold, you know, going with Marta, because if I recall, I don't think he has ever used her in HEMA tournaments, which is a very, very brave move. Because usually,
Yeah, definitely in regular mode, but not HEMA, I don't think.
yeah, I mean, you know, there's one thing when you're sparring, and there's another thing when you're playing in a tournament, especially a tournament like this, which is, you know, the smallest mistake can lead to losing a point.
Mm.
And Ilksus gets the lead, actually, a sequence of points there from Ilksus. Tries to stab there. Excellent, excellent dash, a back dash from Carlos, and then punishing that thrust. Wow.
Yeah, Marta's definitely slower, but I think she does play well into that slow, methodical gameplay you were talking about.
Looks like Ilksus has some troubles in landing that thrust. And I think Carlos is doing a very good job of avoiding that. Oh. A lot of these, a lot of superficial attacks that don't score. But eventually, Ilksus gets it there. 9-9, very, very close match. Carlos is definitely knows what he's doing. He obviously trained trained with Marta for this tournament, because otherwise, I really don't see why he would use it. Oh, punches him to the face there and gets the point.
Yeah, the downward stab, excuse me, actually prevented Ilksus from landing a blow at him.
That's a very good move. I remember M Deliverance using that against you a lot in the last.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it worked pretty well for her.
It's good for shutting down somebody who wants to close you down.
Looks like Ilksus is having a lot of troubles in actually landing points. I don't know. I don't know if there's a technical issue there, or it's just maybe the quality of the attacks is not well. Yeah, there is one. A very clean attack that lands.
Good exchange there of stabs and cuts.
Alright, another point there for Ilksus. 3 points advantage here. Oh, and I think that was a point. No.
No point.
No point.
What the heck?
Yeah, a lot of these attacks didn't land. I mean, didn't score. There you go. Could be maybe something related to Martha.
Yeah, in normal mode, she's sometimes unused. It seems so. I don't know if that's what it is or what.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, Marta is still somewhat of a beta character, if you ask me. I mean, there's still some. I mean, first of all, there was the limping, the what's it called? The infinite stun, and now landing against her seems off at time. I don't know. Could be something.
Yeah.
Could be something.
I find her neutral guard is also a bit better at blocking certain cuts.
Yeah. But anyway, Uxos has an advantage here of 2 points. Looks like he hasn't been phased by that.
Oh, he's tired there. Yeah.
But the thing is, that thrust doesn't always score. I mean, doesn't always kill the thrust to the face, especially in the normal mode. Unless it's like very well timed and placed, it doesn't really kill outright.
Yeah, he relies on following it up, I find, with a quick cut.
So I guess I think that's one thing. Like, see here, like he manages to land the thrust, but it was superficial, so it didn't count. Maybe it also has to do with Marta's HP. Maybe. No. Anyway, great counterattack there from Carlos. Is now 2 points difference between them, and now 1 point.
1 point. Yeah.
Oh, scores to the face there. Clean thrust. 2 points. And another one.
Nice.
Looks like Ilksus is now calculating his range a little bit better than before. And here's the follow-up. 4 points. Four clean points scored there from Ilksus.
Yeah, he's controlling the arena really well, too.
Yeah, looks like
to the edge.
Carlos hasn't had an answer so far.
No point there if the cut. Yeah, Carlos is having to rely on cutting now, but I think that only goes so far against Gideon.
Five points difference here. Maybe Carlos thought about the range, that he would have more success with the range against Gideon. And I think he had a lot of success in this match. So it was definitely a good choice, but it's not only about characters all the time, it's also about the players and the moment and nerves and whatnot. Alright. Ilksus is 1 point away from winning the match and also winning the group, which gives him the tickets for the semifinals.
Yeah, Carlos hasn't given up yet, but he's definitely on the ropes here. Yeah, there it is.
30-24, and that was it. 30-24. Great performance from both men. And great performance from Ilksus, who wins both of his group stage matches and qualifies in the semifinals from the first position. 30-24, right? Was the score? Yeah, 30-24.
Yep.
30-24. Okay, and you and Carlos. So next up is going to be Zero versus me, and after that is going to be Subutai versus Carlos, and it's pretty clear at this point. The winner of you guys is going to qualify for the semifinal. So next up is gonna be Zero versus me. And I'm going to be silent for that. Gonna let you do your work. All right. So let's move
Yeah, you
that.
did well, Carlos. There's no question about that.
Oh, first of all, names.
I like with my fight against Ilksus, I think that thrust was really messing you up. Even though it wasn't scoring all the time, it was still able to tag you. Zero says this will either go great or...
Okay, Zero is in the left, and I am in the right. I heard something connected, but I hope it's not what I think it is. That after Steam remote thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not me, so...
No control. All right. I'm not gonna waste too much time. I'm just gonna restart the game
Sounds
because
good.
this has happened before. I don't know why, but it's all good. Yeah. So I think Atseri is Ilksus, right? On YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says that. I think Marta has a very strong guard, and many of those hits are partially blocked, hence low damage. Could be. That makes sense.
Yeah, like she has a big cup hilt, so... No, we didn't lose signal, they just had to restart the game. Should be working now. Okay, Zero was actually going with Marta. I think he was inspired by maybe Carlos's pick, or he's trained a little. A little bit surprised, though. I didn't see him use Marta in our sparring matches. Venator of 2 quick points. Zero throwing some stabs out of measure, and I think that's allowing Venator there to snipe him again. However, Zero does close in. We see a little bit of the infinite stun there. And that's Zero's first point. However, he does get stabbed again as he raises his rapier. And Venator just snipes him right through his neutral. I think Marie has a distinct advantage in this mode. She is shorter, but she has a longer rapier and more lunging attacks. Zero did score, but he's limping a little bit. However, he does manage to stun Venator a lot there for another point. However, that limping is going to be an issue. Amazingly, no point scored. Get Venator with another one. I didn't see when Zero picked Marta, but it could also have been the character selection that inspired that choice. Maybe he figured he had an advantage with Marta. But Venator scored once again. And there's another. Stabbed to the leg by Venator. However, I believe Zero did score as well. The thing with Marie is she can kind of get under Marta's guard too. Which we're seeing a little bit of. It's lagging on my end, but yeah, it looks like Venator managed to close in. I think he scored, yeah. Thankfully, these lag spikes don't last long at all. Didn't have any problems in my fight, so. Anyway, Venator with another point scored. I think Zero doesn't quite have a sense of the distancing here. Or he's just struggling with the reach disadvantage he has because Marie is able to snipe him at a distance at which she is safe. So I am seeing Zero throw some thrusts out of measure, and I think that's really messing him up here because it's better to block a thrust. A character is better at blocking thrusts if you just hold long guard and try and block it. So, at least that's often the case. It obviously depends. Zero of a combo there, though. He does end up scoring. Well, Venator actually getting inside the pocket there. Marie does have better cuts, I would say, as a general rule as well. So, she can actually do really well in the pocket like that. But equally, if Marta gets a good stun lock, then Marta can come out on top. They both score there. What Marta does have, I think, is just better counterattacks and an ability to disengage. We're seeing a little bit of that here as Zero tries to close the gap. But it is a pretty big advantage in favor of Venator at the moment. Oh, and Zero scoring again. We might see another comeback. You never know. Seems to often happen around this time, if it does happen at all. Good defense there by Zero with long guard. Allowing Zero to close the distance. And he changed some thrusts and cuts together really nicely there. But unfortunately, as we've seen before, Venator is able to just back off and snipe him. In the pocket there, Venator with a cut does not score. Intense trade there, Venator manages to come out on top. Zero trying to sidestep. I think he got sniped there a little bit. And there's a double. Very good exchange of thrust there. Zero manages to come out on top there. With a horizontal thrust to the face. Now they're both holding long guard, trying to find a dominant position, but Venator gets in the pocket and pushes him before landing a cut. I think Venator more or less has his opponent figured out here. Zero's thrust, unfortunately, was set aside, despite the disengage attempt. Venator just needs 4 more, in fact. There we go, he scores another. Zero's trying to close the distance, but he keeps getting sniped. Really big problem with that reach disadvantage. Venator with another point, I think because of that thrust out of measure, Venator's able to secure the point. Ooh, that was pretty intense, actually. I think Zero's landing some hits there, but not very clean ones. Venator finishes it off.
GG, Zero, man. That was a really good fight. I want to play some Isabella. Stop picking, stop picking rapiers. Good fight, man. Thank you very much, Zero, for competing. You definitely did a good job um, in the tournament, and yeah, you're definitely one of the best. So it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, 100%. Keep practicing. You'll probably win some more.
All right. So we also have the situation figured out in Group B, which is I get the first place. I can't say that I'm too sad about that. Picado is going to be is qualified from the second place, and Zero unfortunately is eliminated. But again, thank you very much for competing. Thank you very much for being here. Obviously, being in the Champions Tournament is a testament to how good you are, and looking forward to see you to the next ones. All right. We have the last match of the group stages, which is going to be a decisive matchup between Subutai and Carlos. For the second place, Subutai is going to be on the left, and Carlos is going to be on the right. This is also a very interesting match for me because I'm going to fight the winner in the semifinal, so we'll see how that goes. Subutai, you're already connected, which means
Yeah.
that I can send a link to
Oh, he just lost the fight. That's all that happened, Vinard. Yeah, don't worry. We haven't had any toxicity or anything like that, so everything's good.
no, he wasn't disqualified. He was eliminated
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
legally. Yeah, legally. Well, it happens. I'll be completely honest. I was also afraid that this may happen, that I would lose both matches. Fortunately, I won them both, but I could have very well lost both of them. So at this point, there are no true favorites.
And thank you, Vinard. I appreciate it.
All right, you have a you have a supporter there in the chat. Subo, you're in the left, and Carlos is in the right. All right, very interesting matchup here. We've seen these two gentlemen fight before. If I'm not mistaken, I think Carlos has won a couple of matches against Subutai. I know for sure he won the bronze match last time. Oh, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, I was controlling the right side for some reason. I think Carlos.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, it looks good now.
You can't select.
We're trying to counter pick each other.
Oh, okay, I see.
Go ahead and select.
All right.
It's all good though.
Very,
It's part
very
of the strategy.
Very, very interesting matchup there. Looks like Carlos goes with Kalkstein against... Oh, I think that scored, but it didn't. But now it scores. And Subutai... Oh, something wrong there?
Some lag there.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think we're good now though.
All right. Subutai is going back to one of his older mains, which is Isabella. Lands an attack there. It's a double. I would also say that we're seeing a battle of older mains, as Carlos has mained Kalkstein for a while, and Subutai did the same thing with Isabella. And oh, it goes for a grab there, but he gets punched. Looks like Kalkstein has a good recovery against that, and Carlos knows it. Oh, he's tired there, but he lands a point 6-3. Good job, Carlos. All right, 6-4. 2 points advantage here for Kaushtai. Can definitely be a good counter pick against Isabella. Points advantage here for Carlos. Very, very tense matchup. As I said, these two gentlemen will qualify for a place in the semifinal, 7-7. Maestro here is asking for the bracket. Well, basically, Ilksus qualified from the first place in his group. These two... Oh, yep. Guys, just give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
Forgot to change the names, and it's a little bit confusing for everybody. My bad. Thank you for pointing that out. A little bit of a break. Okay. Three points advantage here for Subutai. Carlos had a very good start, but looks like Subutai has started to be a little bit more aggressive. Oh, good combo there, but he gets punished with a sidestep. Carlos is very good at just doing that, at punishing mistakes. He's a very, very difficult player to fight against. Oh, great stab into slash there from Subutai. Now we have another double. 3 points advantage for Subutai. If I think about it, I think they went with their, let's say, second mains because Marie and Alex counter each other really well, and they said, you know what, let's do this in a different way. Lands the point there, 19-13. 19-14. Oh, goes for the legs there and lands a double, 20-15. Dash attack and score. 6 points advantage here for Subutai. He's very close of getting to the semifinals, and now that's a double, 22-16. That's a double. 5 points advantage for Subutai. He's very close to qualifying for the semifinals. And looks like Carlos hasn't found really an answer here to Subutai's aggression. He managed to get a couple of punishes here, like this one. But all in all, as I said, Subutai's aggression has paid off. Each time he manages to get like a clean point or at least a double, using the correct combos with Isabella to do that. And there's another clean thrust to the face there. And another one. That is a thrust that doesn't really land that much, unfortunately. But this time it did. 27-22. 3 points left. Oh.
Frozen.
Frozen. Okay.
It's probably going to get better after this. Yeah, okay.
Alright.
It was just completely frozen for a second.
Alright. 27-22. And another thrust to the face. Looks like Subutai has had a lot of...
Oh, that was not me.
Okay, maybe that's Carlos. Okay. Double there, and Subutai is 1 point away from qualifying to the semifinals, and he gets it. 30-23. Very inspired choice there from Subutai to go with Isabella. Looks like it worked very well for him. 30-23, and he qualifies to the semifinals. I'd say that Uh, he got the wild card, and now he's going for the trophy. Yep,
Exactly.
30-23. Good job.
Yeah, I practiced a little bit with her because I anticipated I'd have to fight. Assuming I get into the tournament somehow, you know, some Maries or whatever. So
Yeah, it's always good to have at least two characters ready for the tournament. Um, yeah. So Carlos, thank you very much, man. Unfortunately, your road to glory stops here, but I'm sure you're going to come back stronger. And we're ending the group stage. And in the semifinals, we have a very interesting matchup: Ilxus versus Picado, and then myself versus Subuta in the second semifinal. We're going to take a 10 minutes break, just to go to the bathroom and whatnot and clear our minds. And then we're going to have the semifinals and the final. There's no third place matchup. We don't need that for this tournament. So only 3 matches left, the best of the best in the tournament. Let's see who gets crowned the super champion. Yeah, so see you guys in 10 minutes. right, welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah, we're right on time for the semifinals. Yeah, it's getting very, very close. Any small mistake will be punished. You have to be in the best shape of your life in here to win. But again, the four people who are here in the semifinals have played each other many times, so anything can happen. Any of these four can win, I think. So yeah, let's get right into it. The first semifinal is going to be Ilksus versus Picado. They have fought before 2 times in the HEMA tournament, and each time it was very close. And I think it was so. Ilksus won once, and Picado won the second time. And actually, I think we might even see a Gideon mirror here. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so as well. I think they're both actually pretty evenly matched.
I can't hear you, Subutai, if you're saying something.
Oh, you can't?
Now I can. Now I can.
Okay. All I was saying was that I think Picado is pretty evenly matched, even in a mirror fight, so
Picado goes for Laszlo. That is a very, very interesting move, especially for a match like this against. Well, we're probably going to find today who's going to be the super champion, but we can safely say that Ilksus has been the best team of players so far with 3 titles. So, using a very unorthodox character against Ilksus is a major risk, I would say. But you know, there's about Picado, we always say that he can play with any character just as well.
yeah, exactly. I think he's trying to use Laszlo's linear footwork and reach.
All right, he just had a little bit of success so far. Oh, manages to counter that Ilksus stab into slash that was very, very fast. But Picado had an answer for it. Good job.
Double.
Yep.
Yeah, nicely done by Picado controlling the distance, and we're also seeing him switch guards.
He definitely knows what he's doing here. 8-8. He has been very quick with the punishes, especially after the thrust, which is, you know, Gideon's best weapon, I would say. Oh, but he doesn't manage to get it there. Snipe to the hand and then follow up cut. Oh, punishes the cut there, Picado. 9-9. This is going to be a great match.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, no point. Okay, you got a point there.
Yeah, I think the sound after the hit can be a little bit deceiving because it sounds like it scored, but it didn't. But just as in the normal mode, you have different sounds when it scores and when it's a superficial cut. Unfortunately, we don't have 2 different sounds here, so.
Right.
Whenever I play, I always look at the lights with the the back of my eye, just to see if I actually scored.
Yeah, thankfully we haven't seen much for bugs this time around, so that's good to see.
No, we haven't. We haven't. There aren't as they don't happen as often as they used to. And, you know, we have players that kind of understand how to play the mode at this point, so it doesn't really happen. I mean, it happened to me against Picado, I believe, once, but I didn't follow up. I stopped myself. 3 points advantage here for Picado. He's definitely doing a good job playing Laszlo against Gideon. Oh, gets stopped there in his tracks.
Yeah, one thing that's helping him out is that Laszlo can readily bring down a cut onto Gideon as he stabs, thanks to that stance that Laszlo uses. But The disadvantage with that, of course, is that his elbow is exposed.
This is a very, very close matchup. I would say that Picado has had more success, as you can see with the points, but also with the quality of the hits he got. Most of his hits were a lot cleaner compared to Ixos. That's actually something that I also look at, like how easy can one score and how much the other has to work for, coming back. Oh,
Right.
that's a punish there. 2019. All right, we're going to the last 10 points, and let's see who's going to be the first finalist. Very, very hard to say. But we have a clear strategy from both men here. Ilxus wants to come in, and Picado wants to punish. Oh.
Yeah, Ilxus is getting a lead now, though.
Yep. 24-22 double.
Yeah, you can see with those side steps and those quick cuts, he's trying to catch Ilxus as he...
Yeah. Picado now has to take some chances because just sitting in the back and trying to punish is not working anymore. And now he gets punished. 27-23, 4 points advantage for our champion. Yep, Picado takes his chance here. That's something that he does a lot of the times. He just attacks you very, very soon after the reset. Oh,
wow, no point there. I think there's a slight hit. They got that stab scored, though.
And Nixus is very, very close to getting that place in the final. Great comeback, by the way. He was behind almost the whole match. And there it is. 30-25. A great matchup from both men. I'm wondering if Picado maybe is thinking that maybe he should have gone with a different character. I mean, he did a really great job for 20-ish points, I would say. But after that, I think his character's simplicity also had to do something with it because, there aren't too many tools that you can use.
Yeah, I'd say Gideon actually has more tools to work with for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that plays a part. So Ilxus is in the final. Yep. Not very surprising from a three-time champion.
Yeah.
He's definitely, his goal was definitely to win this champion as well, just to solidify his position as a champion. And I think now we're going to have a match without commentary, which is me against you.
Yep.
We fought before many times, so I believe it's going to be who can be better in this particular moment. Let me send you a link.
All right.
Come on. There you go. I'm also going to mute myself just to make sure that I don't say anything.
Yeah, I will too. No control.
I figured. All right, give me a second.
All right. Yeah, Larsville might have been a decent pick. I think I see what Picado's thinking there was. I think his linear footwork is definitely better, at the very least. Anyway, I'll be quiet from now on. GG.
GG, man. Am I on mute? Yeah. No, no, no. GG, man. Yeah, that was very hard to get past that guard. Very, very hard. But yeah, you definitely played better here. So you definitely deserved it. So GG.
Yeah, there was some GG. There were some really good exchanges there though.
Yeah, yeah, you definitely deserve that. I couldn't really find too many openings, and you
Hmm.
definitely got it. Yeah, good job, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, now we have the final. So you're going to face Ilksus again.
Yeah.
1 second here. I'm going to.
Thank you, Eve. I appreciate that.
Um,
I will, Vineyard.
can you go back? No. Wait. Okay. What was your score? 30, 26, I think.
Yeah, or something like that. Can look back really quick.
Because I know that Ilksus won 30, 25. Yeah, I think it was 30, 26.
Yeah.
1 second here. I'm going to ask Ilksus which side he prefers for the final. Because he got a slightly better score.
Yeah, 26. You're right.
Left. Okay. Alright. I'm going to send the invites here. I think also playing like without any pressure, since coming as a wild card can help a lot.
That is true.
Yeah, I remember a very very similar case. A while ago, I used to organize tournaments for UFC 4, and I also organized something very similar, like Champions Tournament. And there were people there
Mm.
who won the title before, and we had like one place left, and we added a guy that fought for the title a couple of times but didn't win it. So we invited him, and he ended up winning, winning the tournament
Wow.
against, yeah, all odds. So I think it's something. I mean, you've already done that by winning, by going to the final. So I don't
Mm.
think you're going to have any pressure here and can work in your favor.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Um, Ixus. Here we go. And Subutai. All right, waiting on you to connect.
Yeah, I'm loading in now. There we go.
Oops, that wasn't me.
Yeah, I'll drop this Menace Maestro. Don't worry.
Wait. a second here to add the names and everything. So this is the grand final for all the marbles, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so whoever wins this gets the super champion title and also 30 bucks. Yeah, so you can spend on a couple of beers after that.
Yeah.
Everybody is connected and we should be all good. All right, here we go. Ilksus going with Gideon as usual. Subotai going with Alex. They met before in this tournament and the Ilksus managed to win 30-27, but Subotai definitely got some really good points in there, and I think he learned his lesson from the first one. 1-1. We'll see how it goes now. Yeah, that slash to the hand is really sneaky, and it lands a little bit delayed, and you don't expect it. Here we go, 4-1. Subotai is on fire, 3 points. It definitely has a good morale. Another double there, 5-3. Alright, Subotai is definitely gaining advantage through these doubles. But Ilksus manages to get one back. Subotai has 2 points advantage, 7-5. Again, I say it because it's very crazy. Subotai wasn't supposed to compete in this tournament, but Warden didn't show up. Probably had some other things to do, and the Subotai took his place, and now he's very close in winning the whole thing. I think that's why these tournaments are so interesting. I think well, definitely Subotai is definitely a very seasoned player, but he came in the tournament as an underdog, and that can definitely help you. Ilksus is getting some momentum here, so it's 16-16. And I think now he's for the first time in advantage. Oh, didn't score there. Scores now. 2 points advantage for Ilksus, and now he gets into a more comfortable approach. Oh, nice side step there. 2 points advantage. Definitely very close. Another side step there from Ilksus. He's tired, and Subotai manages to land the point. 20-18. 21-18. 3 points advantage here for Ilksus. Oh. We're now in the last 10 points, and Ilksus maintains a 3 points lead, which can prove decisive. Oh, I thought that Subotai got that, but Ilksus actually managed to sneak an attack there. Oh, we heard the bell, but unfortunately it didn't score. 4 points advantage for Ilksus, but Subotai has proven before that he can get back. Oh, snipes the hand there. close. Oh, and that sidestep slash has worked really well for Ilsus. I think that was the key in this matchup. He managed to land it a couple of times, and now he has a pretty comfortable lead, I would say, at this stage of the match. But Subotai definitely won't give up and scores another one there. And another one. All right, 2 points difference now. Everything to play for. Oh, and another punish there from Subotai. He went for a couple of thrusts there, so it didn't work. And another one, 25-25. All right, this is a final. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a final. Ilksus had 4 points advantage at this point, at this stage of the match, but he didn't manage to capitalize on them, and now it's 26-26. Subotai is definitely pumped up at this at this moment because he managed to recover. Oh, and he finally lands the punish, 27-26. Oh, lands it 27-27. I think a pulse, the heart is beating. Oh, great punish of the hand there. Ilksus trying some other things, and now Subotai punishes it 28-28, all to play for. Guys, I hope you're really enjoying this matchup because I am, and it's definitely a great spectacle. Very evenly matched. Oh, punishes the hand there, 29-28, and Ilksus is 1 point away from winning everything. Oh, lands an attack there, but... And that's a double, 30-29. Incredible. Incredible. That is the final. And Ilksus
GG.
manages to win, but Subotai definitely did great in there as well. Very, very close. It's kind of hard, even though it was a close score, it's kind of hard, you know, to always play catch up on points. Yeah, that was a great match in a great tournament. Congratulations to Ilksus. He's now the super champion, and he has won also 30 bucks. Congratulations on that. We'll talk in private, Ilksus. And Subotai, congratulations, man. You came from the bench, yeah, in the tournament, and you were very, very close to winning everything. So I really hope.
Thank you. I'm very happy with that performance.
Yeah, I think it was a great performance in my opinion. I think everybody did pretty well. The pressure can be pretty big at this stage, so any false move can cost you the match. But yeah, guys in the chat, the spectators, I hope you really enjoyed these HEMA tournaments. This is it for this year. Next year we're going to come back with another set of 5 tournaments and then a champions tournament, and it's going to be the same way. We're going to have the people who got the first 3 places in the tournament will be in the champions tournament. So I really hope you enjoyed these tournaments to watch and to play in them. The mode is definitely not perfect, but I think it's more than playable and competitive. And yeah, I don't know, Subotai, if you want to say something.
Yeah, just make sure you check out for Fencer. He's doing a team tournament, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get a lot of veterans playing for sure. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's going to be next week on Saturday, I believe.
yeah, I believe so.
Saturday. Yeah, and I'm actually planning on organizing a couple of regular tournaments. Not sure if they're going to be like fun tournaments or some more serious tournaments. But as I said, so HEMA, we're not going to do any HEMA this year, but I'm probably going to host some normal tournaments with you know, what we like to call the blood mode. Yeah. So I think we should also organize a couple of those. And
Sounds good.
yeah. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much to all the competitors for coming in here. Thank you very much, Subotai, for competing and for the commentary. And again, for those who don't know, Subotai's birthday is today, so happy birthday, man! Again, I hope
Thank you.
you really enjoyed today's experience. So yeah, see you on the next one, guys. Goodbye.
Yeah.